Personally, I like much smoother movements. I like my ASMR to be slow and gentle. I'm more of this type of ASMR person, the random tapping. Okay, right. Oh, there's so many layers to this. So we obviously have the elephant's head here. We have some mountains. And we have this beautiful scene going down its trunk. Look at that. And here we have some little elephants. They're holding each other's tails with their trunks. There's more detail underneath. Hello there, and thank you for joining me. As you may be aware, I do a few different types of content on this channel. They all have the same underlying drive, I guess I'd say, and that is to support relaxation, sleep, just adding a little bit of positivity, creating calm, safe moments for you as a viewer. And one of the things I have been looking at is hypnosis and how I can incorporate elements of hypnotherapy just to support relaxation and ASMR. And one of the other things in my old age that I have been drawn to are things like stones and some types of cards and some witchy things. Now, what I would say is that my past has been very scientific, or quite scientific. That was what my degree was, and so I do approach things with a slightly cynical angle. Now, I've had this path that's taken me to where I am now, and I'm just dabbling. I'm dipping my toe in the water, and I'm opening myself up to these things. This is probably because I feel quite in touch with nature. I love nature. I'm very drawn to that, and I guess in the past I wasn't really aware that nature could be such a big part of some of the witchy type things, and I really love that. So what today's video is going to be is it's going to be another oracle card deck look, and I'm looking forward to showing this to you. I was given this for my birthday last week. Now, you may have seen my other oracle card video, which is the Herbiary version of this, and I loved that. The art is just beautiful, and I loved how you could use these cards. So I'm going to be looking at this today and maybe just pulling a couple of cards and seeing if anything speaks to you or to me. In fact, what I would say is that if you are looking for somebody who is very adept at tarot readings and those sorts of things, I would recommend my friend called Lisa, or It's Practical Magic. And if you look at my YouTube recommendations at the bottom of my page, you will find her channel there. So I thoroughly recommend her. She is very, very witchy, in the best possible way. She makes great content and recently made a YouTube partner, so I'm very proud of her. So if you want the real deal, proper detailed stuff, I would definitely check her out. I'm going to be looking at this deck and sharing it with you, sharing my thoughts and doing some tracing and pointing out things. Alright? Okay, come with me. There you are. Excellent. So, this is the illustrated Bestiary oracle cards. Now, previously we were looking at the illustrated Herbiary oracle cards, once again by Maia Toll. So I loved this. I was very much drawn to this deck because of the plants and the flowers. You know, as I've mentioned, I feel very drawn to nature, and I think that is what is pulling me into this sort of stuff. So yeah, we do have one video on this, and I do want to do some more pulls using some of these cards because it was good. It was good. There were some great lessons to be learnt and things to pull from them, and the art is just beautiful. It's so pretty, and I haven't looked at the Bestiary yet, but let's do that. Okay, so the illustrated Bestiary Oracle cards by Maia Toll. 36 card deck of inspiring animals. Because I didn't buy this, because it was a gift, I have no idea what to expect, apart from the clues that we get on the outside. There's this little owl here. I don't know, is that a squirrel or a beaver? I'll take a closer look. This could be a wolf down here. Little butterflies. So cute. So cute. Is that... what's this? No. Is that... it could be an elephant trunk. Or perhaps it could be some sort of a tentacle. I think I see... this could be an eagle here. And is this... is a terrapin perhaps? Interesting. Okay, well, oh, and here, this is a dolphin. I can just see the other part of the dolphin here on the bottom. See? Its little face there. Okay, so let's dive in and have a look at a few of the cards and read about them. Then we'll do a poll. So let's open this up. And as with the last one, we should get this booklet, which will be my guide. I'm looking forward to it. I forgot to do the classic ASMR tap. I'm so sorry, shall I do that? Do you know the tap when you kind of wonder whether someone actually is into ASMR because they're just randomly tapping? Personally, I like much smoother movements. I like my ASMR to be slow and gentle. You know, I'm more of a this type of ASMR person, the random tapping. Okay, right. So here is the booklet. Do you have this beautiful little owl on top? This could be a deer, or I mean, it's very much a deer, right? This is an otter. I see this is an otter because it's in the water. Little spider web here. Spiders should not be underestimated, I think. That's nice. Okay, so... oh, we're getting a little bit of a sneak peek of some of the things to expect. Okay. I'm going to pop that to one side for now, and we'll have a little look at some of the cards, and then we'll take out a few and look at their meaning, right? So let's pop this here. Now, once again we have, this actually looks like, oh, I see, so I think it's exactly the same background as we've had before. Because I think what the background does is it picks up elements of the different card packs in the series. So the last series that we looked at was botanicals, so that's why we've still got these here, but the backs of the others did have these little creatures here. And initially I thought that was a snake, and then I saw it had little hands, so that's not a snake. But yes, and also I believe there's a gem one as well in the series, which I'm kind of interested in, I'm not gonna lie. I think I'd like to have a look at that. So, let's just start at the beginning. Let's have a look at the very first one. We'll just do a few of these. Now we've got, a beaver. Wonderful. So we've got a bunch of beavers here. We've got some working below the water. Some on top here. Just collecting wood. There's also a little feather. Is this some kind of quartz crystal perhaps? And little candle. There's a couple of, could be a type of rose there perhaps. So you can see all the little things they've picked up to make this. We've got some stones in here as well as logs and twigs and things. Little fish there. So this is make manifest. So maybe we will work out what this means. Maybe we will pull this card later. Oh, now we have the answer to our snake with hands. Okay, so this is a 5-lined skink. A 5-lined skink, or a snake with hands. Okay, so we can see this here. It's beautiful. Now, this seems to be surrounded by predators. We've got like a little angy snoot here with some chompers. And we have, looks like a bird of prey's talon. Perhaps, here we go. This could belong to, this might be an eagle. Not 100% sure. And this looks like an actual snake. There we go. That's just for you, my friend Sol. So I would be interested to read and see what the 5-lined skink represents. The summary is delight in daring. Interesting. Now next up we have, this is the whooper swan. Okay, so we've got 2 majestic swans here. Okay. The whooper swan, love fiercely. Gosh, imagine pulling that. So we can see these kind of resemble roses in a way. It's the way that their feathers just kind of morph into this. And we've got in the background some silhouettes of more birds, and the way they kind of almost intertwine. They're coming out of the water, little splashes here, and in the corners, look at the little details. We've got these feathers in all of the corners. That is beautiful, and I imagine this is the sun right here. How beautiful. Next we have the Andalusian Horse, and we have 2 different colours. We have the darker version and the white version, and in the top here we have some little trees, some hills, rolling gentle hills there. This could represent a swirl of water perhaps. And then here are some more like pine trees, they're kind of darker, maybe the ones that you might associate with a more mountainous area perhaps. We've got this kind of like a map in the background, and in fact this kind of looks to me like a compass. So this would be north, this would be south, And I didn't even notice this. I'm not sure what object this is, but I think it will have meaning for sure. This is transcend yourself. Next, we have the Asian elephant. Honor lineage. Interesting. Let me move slightly more to the center. Oh, do you remember on the front I did wonder whether I spotted an elephant's trunk? And I did. Oh, there's so many layers to this. So we obviously have the elephant's head here. We have some mountains. And we have this beautiful scene going down its trunk. Look at that. And here we have some little elephants. They're holding each other's tails with their trunks. There's more detail underneath. Okay, so that is interesting. So we've got these grey elephants on top, and then the bottom part is more browny colour. And we've got, again, these trees look like the sorts you might find in a savannah, I think. You know which sort of trees I mean. And yes, the elephant is splooshing out. There we go. It's very pretty. Very pretty. So yes, honor lineage. We have a barn owl. I have a friend who very much loves owls, and so let's have a little look at this. So this is the barn owl. Obviously there are many different types of owl. We have some candles. This appears to be a scroll. I wonder if that represents knowledge. We've got a heart here. That's interesting. Listen for spirit. Listen for spirit. And the barn owl has its magnificent wings open wide. Interesting. I would be interested to read more about this one. Definitely. Okay. I love bears. This is a black bear. A black bear. Sync with the cycles. So we have the different phases of the moon here. And again, this seems to be almost a recurring motif in some of these. It's swirls that kind of give the hint of being a flower, a rose or something, but they're definitely not actual roses. It's more of just a hint of that. And we've got the beautiful night sky up here in the corners, this beautiful background. I love these colours. I mean, actually, if you look at the background of this video, you'll see that I love these colours. So yeah, this is gorgeous. I'm sorry that it's not quite as clear as I would like it to be for you. I think it's focusing on my thumb. But what an absolute cutie. Sync with the cycles. Oh, I just realised that this looks like almost it's holding the full moon there. Beautiful. This is another card that another one of my friends might be interested in. Now they very much like snakes, and this is the black snake. Grow your truth. Now the interesting thing about this is that although it is a black snake, we have all of these beautiful colours of the rainbow. We've got purple. This is more of a blue. This is a tealy colour. Going into green, into gold, then orange and red. That is just beautiful. So then we've got this spine, and interestingly we have some wings at the top here, which again, this is another card I'd be very interested to read about, because I wonder what the significance of the wings is. Grow your truth. Grow your truth. I wonder what that means. Interesting. Okay. Next up, we have the blue damselfly. Blue damselfly. This is beautiful. So in the corners we have these quarter circles, and these actually look like the wings of a damselfly, don't they? They've got the same pattern that you'd expect to see. So pretty. We've got our damselfly here. This beautiful blue colour. It's by the water, as you would expect. Lily pads here, some reeds. Look at these flowers. It's such a pretty place to be. So blue damselfly. Oh, and there's a little fish. I hope the fish does not decide to eat our friend, the blue damselfly. Again, I've moved off to the side, so let's try and get me in the middle again. I apologise. Commune with nature. Commune with nature. I love this card. It's very me. Next up, we have cow and bull. Cow and bull. Appreciate the process. So we have these very strong pillars here. We haven't seen much architecture in these cards, because I imagine because they're animal based and they're nature based. So yeah, this is, and the architecture, obviously we've got these pyramids in the background. Is it 3 pyramids like there are at Giza? And then we've got these stars, which I imagine represent something, and another one in the middle of the bull's head. And we've got these little flowers here, little yellow flowers. I do like cows. I want to boop the snoot of the cow. They're very calming. They've got these very expressive, deep eyes. I think they're beautiful creatures. So appreciate the process. Perhaps this is a reference back to, perhaps they were work animals. I don't know. I will be interested to see how this pulls into the pyramids, whether it's to do with their creation or who knows. Next we have, see, earthworms are very much overlooked, I feel, because they seem so simple. And here we have earthworms. The earthworm. Discover your purpose. Earthworms are just, they're so sweet. They just, I don't know, if I have been known, if I see, when it's raining a lot, if I've seen an earthworm in a puddle and it's squirming and you can see it struggling, I can't help it. I have been known to just scoop the earthworm out of the puddle and try and find somewhere safe to place it. I don't know, I just... I know they're not cute or anything, but they do such a good job in our soil. I think they're underrated little creatures. So we can see here we've got the plants, and this is circular, and we've got, maybe it represents the earth and the world. And we have some flowers, and their roots go down. All of the roots go down into the soil where the earthworms are doing their thing, in amongst the little stones. Poor little unsung heroes. So the earthworm here is discover your purpose. Discover your purpose, little earthworm friend. Interesting, we have moved to the water. So the Eastern Oyster. Eastern Oyster. Okay, deal with the dirt. Sometimes that might be something we just need to be told what to do. So, here we have the water is surrounding us, and we have rocks underneath us supporting us. Here are the oysters, and this little one here is open, and it has a pearl inside. I wonder if I can pull away and make this any clearer for you. And I don't know what this would represent. Obviously it looks like petals, and we've got a little bit of a seaweed type thing here. So yes, our Eastern Oyster. These rocks, pebbles, water. There's almost a halo of light around here. And there's little tiny barnacles on the oysters. That pearl does intrigue me. I think maybe there's something about dealing with the dirt, taking it in and making that pearl. So dealing with all of the crap that you are dealt, and then making the best out of it, producing this pearl. Okay. Oh, we have a spider. This is our Zigzag Spider. Zigzag Spider. Everything is connected. Okay, so we have this beautiful spider. Now, I'm generally okay with spiders. I can normally deal with spiders. I live by myself, so you've got to be pretty independent where spiders are concerned, and just dealing with these things. I don't tend to need to deal with spiders because they're not causing me any harm, if there ever are any. I sometimes talk to them. They keep me company sometimes. There is one sort of spider, and I don't know why. I would pick spiders up with my hands and take them outside if I need to. But there's this one sort of spider that does not vibe with me, and I think it's the ones that are have very spherical, shiny, huge bodies, and then these very spindly, very long legs. For some reason, I just don't like the look of them. It makes me feel very uncomfortable, and I don't know whether it's to do with the sizing, the proportions, but this little person here, that one's just fine. So we've got some twigs here, some leaves, and this spider has made their home here in the branches. Everything is connected. That'll be an interesting card to read at some point. Beautiful. And here we've got the zigzags. I wonder if that's where the spider gets their name from. Oh, this one is majestic. Look at this. So this is a sea eagle. A sea eagle. Renew your life. Okay. And it almost... So it looks like it's diving into the sea. There's what looks like it could be an eel or just a little fish down here. And again we have these swirls that I know are the sea, but they do have kind of a hint of rose about them still. And we've got the sun shining very brightly behind this sea eagle. And it's diving into the water. It has purpose. And the wings seem to trail off into this beautiful flame. Wow. Looks to be like a night sky around the outside. Gorgeous. Renew your life. And we'll look at one more card for now. Now this one, look at this. Nurture connections. Grey wolf. Grey wolf. This is very pretty. So we have the wolves. I guess they're in like a very small pack. And what is this? This seems to be a thread. A thread just trailing around. It's been woven perhaps into... Oh, we're on a loom. Look. That's what this is. This is a loom. Or of some description. I think when I was at school we did some sort of crafts where you did the in and out with the threads and different wools and things, and that's what's going on here. I wonder how a grey wolf ties into all of this. Here we have the moon, so the wolves are howling at the moon. Shall we look at that one? Let's do that. Okay. Here it is. So let's look up the grey wolf. Okay, I think the last one we had was alphabetical. So I'm hoping that this will be too. Yes. Grey wolf. Grey wolf's power comes from understanding the intricacies of our bonds with each other. Watch, wolf whispers. Let words and speech become background babble, and instead focus on the eyes, the twitching muscles in the jaw. Begin to feel into complex social situations, intuiting connections and relationships. This is how you learn whom to trust, how you learn who leads. Play and tend, wolf reminds. This is how you build the bonds of a tribe, a sense of wholeness. Wolf knows that you are a shimmering thread in a larger tapestry, part of an integral weaving of family and community. Understanding social dynamics and how to play them is Wolf's special medicine. Should we have a look at one of the others as well? What else did we have? Let's look at the black snake. Do you remember that one? Because I was interested in how these wings came into play. Alright, so let's look at black snake. Alright. Many moons ago, in a garden far away, Snake slid up to Eve and said, "You have a choice. While free will isn't evil, it is complex. It requires each of us to define our own moral center and know what we stand for. Without this knowledge, it's easy to steer off course or be misled by smooth talkers and slick ideas. We grow when we see through rhetoric and acknowledge our own truth. Each true choice expands you until, as you outgrow who you used to be, your past begins to bind and itch." Black Snake slides in to remind you that growth requires release. She says, "Let go of what no longer serves you so you can continue to expand into your truest self." Wow, that was cool. That's not very professional of me. That was cool. Okay, well, I have been rabbling on for a while, getting excited about this deck. So I'm going to pop it back. I have some other slightly witchy ideas planned. Well, come with me. Come on and I'll tell you. So I do have some other ideas planned. I've ordered a box of crystals and bits, and it's a mystery box, and I thought I might do an unboxing for that. I have been learning. So the thing is, when I was younger and when I was a little girl, my grandmother and I both got into gems and rocks and minerals together, so it has been a part of my life, and I let that drop to the side. And I was such a little nerd. I would spend my pocket money on postcards of pictures of rocks, and I glued them into a scrapbook, and I just rewrote the stuff, and I was really such a keen bean. And my grandmother's no longer with us, and that makes me sad. And I feel like stepping back into rocks and minerals and things, I think that's something that she'd be happy for me to do, and also it just works with where I feel like I'm going. So for example, I've got some beautiful pieces. I mean, okay, they're not the best pieces in the world, but for me, I feel they're beautiful. My grandmother always used to have amethyst on the fireplace, and it's one thing I will always associate with her, so I had to get myself one of these. And this one I want to show at some point. I might get myself a black light for this one. This is fluorite, and I don't really have a fancy, but look how pretty that is. So I'd like to do something. I'd like to maybe do an unboxing for my next haul of these, if anyone's interested. So I'm still learning, but I feel like it's something I need to do for myself. Anyway, thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to hang out with this old lady. I very much appreciate it. I hope that you have a delightful day, a wonderful week, and the snuggliest of sleeps when it is time to go to bed. Remember that you are very precious. Take care.